Yeah. All right, I'm ready to rock. It's kind of crazy. I used to really care a lot about these videos, and now I just turn the camera on. I'm like, there's plenty of good stuff we'll be talking about. They don't need a bunch of editing. I love editing, but I got better things to be doing. Like, I'd rather be editing something creative that I'm doing. So hope you don't mind me just hitting the camera on, and maybe we'll keep it under, 20, 30 minutes. Let's check out some trades. Some these are just paper trades, but I mean, still, like, this is really valuable stuff. Like, I don't have enough money to move the market enough. Like, if I would have bought right there, even if it was a market buy, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it's a paper trade, but you can't fudge a paper trading account. Like, I can't go into the paper trading account and be like, I changed my mind. That's the whole point of a paper trading account, is you can't fudge the numbers. So, like, I'm doing something right. Like, I'm telling you, like, my account balance started at 100,000 and now it's 200,000. Like, if come on, like, I'm doing something right, okay? And I'm not even trying all that hard. Like, I'm just kind of like throwing it against the wall and seeing if it sticks. So let's take a look at these trades real fast. And like I said before, here's how this works: is, you have 10 worms, you lose 6, you catch 4 fish. You see what I'm saying? I lost 6 worms. I don't get those worms back, but I caught 4 fish. So the idea here is, right now with this trade, that one I bought right here and it immediately closed. Magic. I did not plan that out. I had no idea it was going to do that, but it did that. I got lucky. This one as well closed. There's a bunch of extra arrows because it was like lagging. It didn't close the trade. I don't know. Anyways, I ended up going short, making an extra. Oh yeah, you can see it right here. Orders, history, dot. Oh, that's what? Anyways, I can't find it, but anyways. And it's still going. See, in my, here, let's move this over. When I actually was trading this, at first I was trading this with paper, and I was like, my God, I'm winning. That's straight up what happened. And this was the first strategy I fell in love with, was Ichimoku stuff. This wasn't QFL times. It was like after QFL times, I was like, I'm gonna learn it the traditional way and do it correct. But yeah, I was leaving 50% of the profits in, and you see these dots down here. This is like a trailing stop loss, you could consider it. It's the parabolic SAR, stop and reverse. But this would happen with this actual coin in 2020. And I was like, man, this is awesome. It would just keep going up. You know what's funny is, this little trailing stop, it eventually gets kicked out. It's just funny. Like, you think it'll just go up forever and just keep riding it up to the very top, and you're like, go, go, go. Now it turns around, bro. It turns around. This one I lost, so it kicked me out right here. So we can pull that out like that. And I kind of want to show you the money breakdown of that as well. But so now I've got 2 more trades. This one didn't get kicked out, fortunately. It found support at the prior resistance, which was up here in May of 2021, which pretty sure is its all-time high. Yep, that was its last all-time high around here. You can see all the arrows where I was trading this in 2020. I was trading with real money. It was awesome. I felt like on top of the world until it crashed right here. And then that, like, this is so funny. Look, like, right here, I was making all this money, and then I lost a ton of trades all at once, and I was like, oh my God. But I was doing like 3 strategies, so my portfolio was broken out into like 3 different quadrants. And yeah, here, let's just go in really quick. So yeah, it dropped right here, and I don't think I was trading this coin. I didn't see any setups, but I mean, it looked perfect to keep bouncing up, and I'm like, yes, look, come back down, come hit that blue, keep going up. Nope, it hit the yellow, bounced back up, and hit this resistance, and then shot down further and hit this resistance. People still wanted it, and they broke past it, and then, you created this little trading channel. And it looks like I tried to take this one. I was like, here we go. It's going to break out of here, and it's going to go up, and then I lost. But I mean, all the criteria was correct. Like I said, you win like 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10. Like, you're right 40% of the time, 30% of the time. I'm taking a 2 to 1. You can kind of see it if you zoom in. 1.99. So I'm going to risk 1% of my portfolio to get 2% of my portfolio in growth. And from that point on, I was like, all right, I need to learn QFL. And that was way over here. And all throughout this time, I'm like learning drops, and it was never dropping down beyond here because we're in a bullish market, like, coming from down here all the way back up here. Just like great momentum. And then I even tried to go short right here. Look at that. Oh, this is so informative. This is awesome. I'm trying just like you. I don't think you can go short, so I didn't actually put in money, but you know what I'm saying. Like my paper trading account, I really care about it like a video game. Anyways, yeah, so where we're at right now, as you can see, this one didn't close, so I took 5 trades. These 2 won. So I've already met my quota, and what my quota means is let's take a look at my my paper trading numbers. See, it's cool. I can show you if it's paper trading. If it's real money, I'm like, those are orders. Let's see, history. Oh, the order ID is what it's sorting by. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it did some weird glitch where it thought I wanted to go short. That was so weird. I forget if this is the... There we go. No. Account history. Yes, there we go. This is... Okay, this is what I was looking for. This is when I accidentally went short. I made an extra $133 on accident. Like, whoops. You know, with my $200,000 fake paper trading account. But yeah, check this out. So we started trading right here. So we have won 2 and we've lost 1. You see what I'm saying? Look, I won $3,800 in fake money. Then I lost $966. Then I won another $3,900. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I know it doesn't always win. Like you can see, look, I have a green streak right here, a couple reds, but I'm doing pretty good. I mean, like, obviously my account has been growing. It doubled. And you can see there's gaps. I haven't really been trading this all that much. Like, but look, like right here, I was like, ow, it's painful. Ow, painful. I think I was going short. Yeah, I was trying to go short. That's so funny. And then I had, look at this. This was September 3rd. That's when I just when September 3rd kicked in. Like, dude, it got me. I mean, obviously, look, it got me so good, straight got. And the end of August also, I had like won a couple because I was, you know, that's what happens. Like you keep trying and trying and trying, you win all this money, and then it turns around and it goes the other direction potentially, and you lose money, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, but your account still grows. Won a couple, so it's got winning streaks and losing streaks. Like these are odds we're playing with. Like welcome to the odds game. Like it's real. But look right here. Like I think you know, winning, losing, but I'm always winning more than I'm losing. You know, I'm only losing like 100, 300. These are trades that I'm like not confident about, so I don't put in as much. But look, you can see right here, my account was at 126. I took the trade. There's enough liquidity. Like I'm not moving the market. Like that would have worked. And this accounts for wicks. So, you know, the market moves in ways that you can make money. I think that's what's really like, that's what I want to show you. Is like, forget about these are paper trades. Like think about it in terms of like applying what's happening here. Because, you know, I'm not all that. And it doesn't work in the stock market, certain markets, like it doesn't work, but for crypto, this has been working for me greatly. And yeah, you get kicked out, but you know, and this isn't even a video for this strategy. I'm just showing you kind of in the sense of like, hey, look, you know, you're going to have winning streaks. You're going to have losing streaks. Yeah, look, this is when I started paper trading it right here. I tried to paper trade something right here a while ago. And yeah, the beginning of 2019, just to test out. I think I was just testing out paper trading. Anyways, I lost $30. And then from there, look, from July, so I know it's October now, but like it's pretty much been a year because there's been a huge gap. But like July of 2020, August, then September, and then that's when I started learning QFL. And then 10, so that's October, and then like a little bit of 11, and then Christmas, and then right about here, right at this point, I started doing the hybrid stuff. And you can see too, the end of January right there, that was when I started figuring it out. And then these trades just were stuff that I'd placed a while ago, but they all closed because guess what? We became bullish. And look at where my account was too. Like, let's look at December just to check this out. 144. You see what I'm saying? So like even from 150, basically. It's just like, dude, that's what I'm saying is like, when it works, it works. It's not like, you know, 10x your money, but still, I'm just saying, like, just saying. So yeah, you can get an idea. Like when I lose, I'm losing about 1,500, and when I win, I'm making about $4,000. You know. But this is 200 grand. So check this out. This is a little hack. You move the decimal over, and now instead of 200 grand, now it's 20 grand. So if you had 20 grand's worth of money, that trade would have lost you, move this decimal over, $157. Cool, right? I know some people are like, duh. But for me, that was revolutionary. So hopefully that's revolutionary for you too. Or, you know, you do it and yeah, you do it because it's really valuable to do. So yeah, you've got 388 right here that you would have won on that trade. You see kind of what I'm getting at? So yeah, you know, if you don't have 200 grand for an account, then there you go. But you get the idea. And then you can see the open profit right here means that the other trades that I'm supposed to lose, technically, like if I'm on a winning streak, then these two are going to close. And then I will have lost one and I would have won 4 of them. Man, I love this stuff. I mean, it's so easy. It's literally just like, you know, I was hoping that, you know, this was going to come down here and come back up here. Because like, look right here, you see, we don't know where it's going to go, but I'll tell you this much. Look, this thing is about to cross this red threshold. And so for me, that is a signal that it's going to go up. Okay. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is it's going back up, like from down here, it's coming back up. That orange little area right there, like that is like potential resistance that I'm looking out at. Like, I'm like, oh, resistance right there. Meaning that this is the, you know, the Ichimoku style moving average that's saying that that's my 50% right there. And that matters. And also, the line is like, see how this had a spike up and now it's like, it's come down right here in this lower region. So what that means is like, there is selling, like they're selling. And also you've got this line going down. So I'm really reading this from a broad perspective. I'm just like, all right, we're above resistance. You've got, you know, some whales right here around in this area. So like whales did pick up the price right here, but now we've got this like resistance of people selling right here because some people will be right. Like they will take this trade right here. They will go short right here. And they're like, yep, this looks like we're going to go short right here, which I wouldn't do. Like, you can do that, but you know, I would do it on like that one, you know, like the breakout and then it came back, you know, and I would have done a little bit and I would have bought a little more and a little bit more and a little more. But yeah, I wouldn't short these. You could, I mean, you could, you know, if you were to do this, then absolutely, like that makes total sense. And it did, like, you know, it broke past, if you saw this as your resistance area right here, I mean, this whole area right here, it came out and then it just bounced right back. So, but you know, that's how I'm trading this. Like if you were to break this down right now, then like what I'm looking at this as, I mean, because it's no longer like this guy right here has been hit. Now that kind of triggers weight moving in this direction, which you can see, like it very well could go doom doom and then just and then once it gets about right here, and this is what I call my lightning bolt. It's called a lagging span, but there's a million ways to name these things. Everybody names them differently. It looks like a lightning bolt, okay? And usually when it touches this, it kind of short circuits it to go in the opposite direction. Is how I've memorized this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and then it touches that and it's like, you know, and it short circuits it and goes the other direction, which it does. Like, I'm looking at this right now, man. It's taking a sweet time. Like, it's even like going bearish right here. Like, this is like bearish momentum, but obviously we found support right here. So now it's going up, but now it's hitting this orange area. The reason I'm showing you all this is because all of this relates back to QFL for me. Now, if I go to this chart with the AB trading, let's see what it hourly looks like. And I'll tell you where I bought in. Or maybe not. It's going to be like one of these areas right here. I'm sure somebody can see it right now and be like, it's right there. Help me. Help me. Can't see it. That's okay. Because you know why? Because I can do this. Oh, and I can do this. Almost got kicked out. How about right there? And I thought that we were going to go up from here. I thought it was going to be like this, this, this. Well, really, I didn't think it was going to go up from there. I just like took the trade. This is like traditional QFL. So a lot of people, right? Let's just break this down real fast. So here's a traditional trade. Then this line right here is where you would expect a base crack. So you had a line right here, and then we got a base crack. And I mean, you can kind of see it too, like without the lines, like it just looks like it's zigzagging around, breaks out. So that would have been, you know, 5, 10, 15%, close to 20%. Maybe you would have gotten like a little bit of size on one of these little wicks down here, because you can see it breached from right here to here. So, you know, maybe you got some size in right there. After the first one down, it came down the second time, boom, you got some size, sold up in here, whatever. Or you could have played the channel. Because again, you don't know. You're like, channel? And, you know, sometimes it just keeps going down. You're like, no channel. But with hybrid, let's take a look at this. This stuff really, really interests me. Like, this whole martingale idea is very clever when you space out the lines in the way that... Very clever, all right? Just very clever. Because as you can see, look at all these trades. Like this, for me, when I look at this price action, all I can think about is look at all these trades. And every time that it goes lower, especially when it turns turquoise right here for this particular chart, that means it's the 5th layer down. And so, you know, if you make, I've done this on other videos, but I'm just gonna do it again. If you make $1, then you make $2 on this triangle, then you make $4 on this triangle, then you make $8 on this triangle, then you make $16 on this triangle. And it really is like that simple. So if you make $1 right here, right there, you make $16. So the further down it goes, then you would have made $32 right here, and then you would have made $64 right there, if it were to turn around and come back in profit. So you can see it's like $4, $2, $4, $1, $4, $2, $16, $4, $4, $4, $8. You know, depending on like what your percentages of your portfolio and all that stuff, you know, however you're trading this, boom, if you would have gotten that one. So that would have been 2 times, you would have gotten 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So you would have gotten 16 and 16 right there. Then, you know, 32 and 64. If they come back, you know, if they get stuck, then you lose a bunch of money. But yeah, I mean, look at this stuff. Like, you see why this interests me, because a lot of people would disagree that it's safe, but really it's kind of like, it's not that it's doesn't have the potential to just keep going down further, and obviously you're buying above what you would consider a base. Like this would be the base, and then you'd be buying right in here, which would make sense. There you go. Like that's where you would have bought. And then now you have a base right here that, you know, that you'd be buying in right here. But a lot of times people don't buy like that's way too many times to buy. Like they're waiting for the panic drop, and they're waiting to you know, they try and kind of get outside of its normal boundaries of dropping. You know, so every time this has been going down like this, like this, like this, like this, and then right here it goes boom. And so that's when you would have been like maybe bought like a little bit below this one right here, and then like got in right here. So that is something that I've been recommending with this hybrid stuff is like check out the hybrid stuff, because if it's in a real panic dive, then like these hybrid things, these hybrid layers are going to look like this, tick, 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 tick. Like these are all like latches that latch in my mind. This is how I think about it, is every time it goes down and it doesn't bounce up, then there's going to be, I'll see this blue triangle. That's straight up like, oh shit, I just told you what my secret is. But look, like I can't help it. Oh, it's such a great secret. Like you just, sometimes like some things are just too good to keep to yourself. So that's why I'm here talking about this. Okay, look at this. You would have been like, oh, it didn't hit my, like, look, you got the blue triangle right here. And then it didn't sell, and your sell is right there, and it came down past that and didn't hit this layer right here. I don't care. I don't care. You know why? I was busy September 20th. I was busy September 21st. I was busy September 22nd. I didn't care about the market because I have more layers down here of like all my big money. You know, my fake paper trading money. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the amount of your portfolio that you really care about. That's where my portfolio will be at, right here, homie, and right here. Like all these little baby lines right here, man, we're just barely scratching the surface. The reason that I have all my sides down here is because you know what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for like when the big giant trips over and everybody goes splat. Like I don't want to have like all my little characters getting splat, or you know, when it splatters all my little characters, I don't want it to splatter my big characters. Like if this were chess, I don't want to risk my king and my queen. You know what that's a great analogy. I'm going to use that now. I mean, it really is like chess. If you want to see this anyway, it is very much so like chess. And like, this is just a robot playing chess by itself. You can be more strategic with this stuff. Like, let's look at a QFL chart. And to be fair, like, this algorithm will sell soon. It's mainly just to keep the algorithm going so I can see where the next bases are. Okay, so it's not suggesting that, I mean, it's a good idea that it's sold right there. But, the main thing that you would pay attention to is like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, right about there. So, and that's a common number for like QFL is like a 23. Because everybody's trying to go for 25% on sale. And everybody's trying to go for 20% on sale. And so there is a little bit of like that 23. So you could have bought right there. And look, it's a great place to buy. You don't know what's going to happen. You could only get just one of these. You could maybe get 2 of these and miss this third one. Oh, 15% off. Oh. And then look, it came down further and then came back up. Oh, but it didn't sell right there. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you automate this with a bot, which I have, it can kind of be annoying because like my experience is it was safe. Yeah. And it was like money. But like these layers really are like, it's just one of those things that like sometimes it's just going to drop like that and be like, and if you layer the same way, like right here, and also look, this was a weak buyer reaction, so when it does this and you see a panic, it's like, I ain't touching that, because you want to jump in on anything that looks profitable and you're like, ooh, panic. But somebody else is like, oh, I'm going to put my money down here. And they're like, oh man, I should have put my money down there. And then it goes down further and they're like, oh, and then they're going to sell. They're like, oh, it already dropped. I've been there so many times. And I'm like, I hate this strategy. I'm so wussy. But, when you look at it right now, it's like, oh, that makes total sense. Look, like, here's all these layers right here. There's the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right here. And then everything else is like, I kind of grayed out the greens. Like I dimmed them down. So they're still there. You just don't see them as much because like anything past that is like not really anticipated. And you can just make more money doing, traditional, QFL position trading. This hybrid AB stuff is just hoping that like these small, see how the base kind of lowers itself? Like it's just hoping that a panic happens like this, like a panic just happened. It didn't even hit that layer right there, and that's okay. Oh, look, that's the same price action that we were looking at before, where it was just grinding up. And I was like, that's not a base. This stuff loves that strategy. Like this stuff will eat it up. You see it, like look at that. It's like do, and it just, even though it didn't come down and hit this layer, it doesn't matter with this thing because it's like $1, $2, $4, $8, $16. It really depends on like your strategy and how many coins you're trading, but that's going to be 5% total volume of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers deep. For me, I do a 2x multiplier in terms of size. So I'll just if it's like I'll get 1 coin, 2 coins, 4 coins, 8 coins, 16 coins. I'm sure the math would be completely different if I were doing, like if you actually saw what it was, the coins wouldn't be broken up like that. But that's the idea, because as it gets cheaper, then that affects the math of it. So I don't want to say that's the math of it. Let's take a look at some trades. Oh, look, this is the coin that we were on. So this just missed my first buy on that coin, XTZ. So let's compare that to what happened. So came down, up, came down. September 21st? Yeah, September 21st and September 28th. So if I would have done hybrid, I would have actually done a lot better. Because let's make this look similar. Oh, it's on a 4-hour, that's why. I'm like, what's going on? There we go. Yeah, it was funny. This was like a panic alert, and I was like, I'm going to take this. And I had a bunch of layers way down here. But man, I always get these like panic alerts that I've set up on this coin. They're always the first to go off when the market starts dropping. And every time I get a panic alert on one of these charts, it always bounces. It's insane. Like this whole time I've been getting panic alerts and I'm not taking them. I'm like, I have had enough. Give me some of this coin. And I sold it right there. And then it went all the way up to there. And it started coming down again. And I'm like, man, I'm going to get some. But look at where I layered my stuff. 55% below this base. Like, now, to be fair, I could have gotten way more size like right here and just scooted this up. Like I could have taken all the size and just scooted it up. But then we're trading this strategy, not hybrid. We're trading this strategy. You know, like money management is so key because like I want to be prepared for if I run out of money, not just like impulsively like get a bunch of size right here or like right here. You know, like for me layering, I'm just hoping that it keeps going. I don't know. That's what I mean. Like I can predict, I can get the odds close, but like I just really don't think that will ever be the case where I'm like, I know what's going to happen next. Like I was hoping this would come down here. And then, you know, I do have the QFL bots, the Vinny bots, and you can see this right here. Like this seems logical, right? Like bot right here. This is what the bot did. Sold right here. Wow, that's a great bot. And then right here, there was actually a layer like right there. And it didn't hit it right here. See how these are like this far apart? Well, there was like one right here and there was one right underneath it. And it missed it the first time, missed it the second time, missed it the third time, missed it the fourth time. And then it just came back up to here. So I still, you know, made profit off of this. But it's just, it goes to show you like when a bot's trading it, I'm just like, I don't care. Let's take a look at mana. You know, when this one came down, I was like, ooh, it's going down further. Like that was a bad idea, Mr. Bot. Like, you know, it looked like, sorry, the layers are blocking it, but you know, it was like, you just see all these buys and you're just like, man, look at that. Oh, and it didn't sell. If these layers would have been correctly set up, then all of my size would have been right there and I would have been able to sell right there. And it comes down here and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm dumb. And then it went up and it sold. I'm like, wow. I guess I wasn't so dumb after all. And then it came down and started buying and it sold up there. I'm like, man, I wish it would have gone down further. It's like, well, what's that? That's it going down further. And it comes down here and hits that. Comes down here and hits that. And then now look, like, see, the base was going up. But now it's closed that. And now the base is like further down. And I think that's what's cool, like, about this hybrid stuff is that I'm not making all that much money. In fact, actually for a while, I've been making like first and second and third layers, like actually more money. And so when it comes down here, I'm not making nearly as much money as when it's right here because I'll just keep getting these layers hit all the time, but then the odds will go away and then it'll finally come down to one of these layers. And if these layers are not scaled the same amount, like from here to here, it's not getting 2 times the size, then when I sell, I don't make as much money. Or I would have to sell further up in order to make that money back, which I don't like. I like just getting rid of it, you know, yeah, get rid of that. Like, look at how fast I'm just getting rid of these trades, and it's not a lot of money if they're doubling up right here. You know, and I could leave all these layers out, like delete that, and then only do the fourth and the fifth one, put all this size in like this layer right here. So I take all this size, boom, down in this layer, and it's like boom, boom. And maybe even like take half of these arrows and put it into this one, and then take, you know what I'm saying, like, scoot this layer down here, scoot this layer down here, and then scoot these 3 layers inside of here, or some variation of that where, you know, all of your weight is like way down here, and then it comes up, and then you sell it further up. You're taking higher risks. But anyways, I'm just throwing ideas out about, you know, how you really can adjust these layers and make a huge impact on the way that this works, because, you know, you're reading the chart. So you would make those decisions based on what the chart's telling you. This bot thought a base was up here and it was like 1, 2, third layer, fourth layer, fifth layer, sixth layer, and I was like, oh, what are you doing? And the sell was like way up here. Well, in a different time frame, because these bots work on different time frames, I'm not going to show you, but basically one of the other bots scooted these layers like a little bit further down, and layer 6 right here, it didn't hit layer 6 right here. Layer 6 was right here. And so it moved it down to where instead of selling it right there, it sold it right here. It was a wick, and it came up and and then it's been trading, the bot on the other time frame has been trading all of this, boom, 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 chink, boom, 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 chink, boom, 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 chink, boom, boom, chink, like all this trading. I watched this happen. I was like, what? That's not right. Whatever. So I bought some right here, and I sold 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, and then I sold right here. But this coin in particular usually doesn't go down to the 5th layer. And so I'm like, man, I'm not going to be making any money, because this one was just like going back and forth. And now it's not, but it's still more volatile than most. Just because nobody really knows what it is. And anyways, yeah. So here you've got this. This is an interesting one, Litecoin. Saw it drop down. You know, I think I sold it. I forgot that I had it, or I don't know what happened. But this was obviously not a. This was like a market sell. I think this was me being like, I don't have time to worry about this. And there were like more layers up here, so it was like, you know, the layers were basically before the base, like right in between the base, but it never went up to it. And whoops, you know, I could have bought in more right here and sold, and then bought in more right here, but it's like, you don't know that it's going to do that because it just went like this. Yeah. So you're going to naturally think that it's going to continue to do that, which it does. I mean, look at this. It's just like, up. And then it's like all this little teeny tiny stuff. the fake Walmart news that they were going to accept Litecoin. Yeah, right, Walmart. That's so funny. Pump and dump. You didn't hear about that? The story that somebody released a fake press release saying that Walmart was going to accept Litecoin. Yeah, look that story up. When did it come out? September 13th. That's so funny. What else we got to show? Oh, okay, we can look at this. This is the short coins. You could be like, oh, it didn't hit your buy right here. And I've been buying really small amounts, like, and the problem with this is, if this would have just been a little bit higher, I would have sold into this. Like the measurements would have sold correctly into this. And then if I would have had this, have the sell be just a little bit lower than this little spike right here, then I would have been able to sell into that and catch down here where it hits this. And then same with this, sell into right here. This is the short coin. You've heard of the short bus. Well, this is the short coin. And it's very freaking dangerous, and that's how you're supposed to play this. Like, you're supposed to get sides right here and sell right there. You're supposed to get sides down here and sell where it kind of dropped and made a wick. And then you're not expecting these to come back to the base because this is the short coin. It doesn't do that. So I'm trading with very small amounts with this just to like fill the coin out and see how it works. Did anything sell on this? Nope, we've already looked at that. I still have my bigger layers down here. And with AllTradey, they've got this feature. Any of these features in any exchange, but AllTradey is really dope about this, is they have like a limit buy. So you've got a buy limit layer right here. And you can set the take profit in advance. And you can see it on the chart. Like, oh, that's so fire. So when that layer gets hit, it's going to sell right there. And then when this layer hits, it's going to sell right here. But the robot will put this layer down here. That's the dope part. That sometimes it'll be like a wick and it'll be like boom, and it'll hit these two layers at the same time. Then it comes up to right about here. And then if I sell off these two down here, sometimes it'll just go right back down. And it's crazy when that happens too, like this. When you see the wick coming up and it comes back down, well, there's a good chance that, like, you know, it came down to a certain point and then it bought it and it was going to sell it right there. And it came down here, or you know what I'm saying? Like, like it just whips back and forth and you buy it and sell it really fast. And you're like, whoa, what just happened? Ah, that's so funny. Like, I was like, whoa, when I sold it. I sold most of this right here. And then this one, I was like, 3 layers. And oh, I could have sold it for more. What else we got? Secret Love Potion. Is there anything? Still have big layers. I think that's all we have for right now. What are we going to wrap this up with? So yeah, as you can see, just in conclusion, 1 trade in profit, 2 trades in profit. Holy crap. That's been going on while we've been making this video, hasn't it? Right? No. I guess it was right there. Wow. Well then. Yeah, okay. How long have I been filming? 41 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to stop this video. Hope you got value out of this. If you blah. Subscribe. Have a safe time trading. Seriously though, seriously.